As you might have heard, there's an election coming up. And since there's an election coming up, we at the Journal figured we'd break down some of the most important info that you need to know before casting your ballot. First, the when. October 16th is the start of absentee voting in Iowa. The receipt deadline for those absentee ballots is Tuesday, November 5th. Any registered voter in Iowa may request an absentee ballot through their county auditor. If you need a request form, you can find them on the Iowa Secretary of State website. To receive an absentee ballot, you need info such as name, date of birth, Iowa residential address, and more. To return the ballot, mark it, and then follow the instructions included with your ballot to return it in the postage-paid return envelope. That's very important. You can mail your ballot so that it is received before 8 p.m. November 5th, or hand deliver your ballot to your county auditor anytime up until 8 p.m. Election Day, or a designee may return it, and more info on that process is available on the Iowa Secretary of State website as well. The next date you need to know is Monday, October 21st, which is the pre-registration deadline in Iowa. To pre-register to vote, complete a voter registration form and return it to your county auditor's office. The form must be signed. If you're not physically able to sign the form, use a rubber stamp or a mark you use regularly. You may ask someone to sign your name for you as long as the person is with you when signing the form and does so at your request. If you are a college student, you may choose to register to vote at your home address or at your college address. You cannot register to vote at both. You cannot register to vote at both. Your county auditor will send you a voter registration card within 2 weeks. You may register to vote on Election Day. To do so, you must go to the correct polling place for your current address on Election Day. And if you don't know where your current polling place is, you can go to the Iowa Secretary of State's website and look for Find Your Precinct/polling place. At the polling place, you have to prove both who you are and where you live. The best way to do that is with your valid Iowa driver's license with your current address printed on it. You can also bring an out-of-state driver's license with you, and it's always good to bring utility bills as well. The most recent utility bills are a big help when going to register on Election Day. Monday, November 4th is the deadline for absentee ballot in person. For absentee voting in person, you must vote your absentee ballot at the auditor's office. You cannot take the ballot home with you. Tuesday, November 5th is, of course, Election Day. And as we said before, the receipt deadline for absentee ballots on Election Day is 8 p.m. The polls on Election Day are open from 7 a.m. until that all-important number of 8 p.m. Remember, the more forms of ID, the better. And if you need to know more about candidates up for election throughout Siouxland, check with the Journal's website all throughout the remainder of election season. Just look under the 2024 Elections tab.